This conversation completely breaks down when one question can't get answered. Is a mother and father in the same household the best outcome for a child or not?
I'm not a fan of like the nuclear family.
When asked about responsibility, the panel argues that women control most outcomes: sex, contraception, and even birth, which means responsibility isn't 50-50.
Even if we do simple math, right? Because you said 50-50, then 100%, right? Divide that by 2, because that's only 2 choices so far. That's 75% on you.
Instead of answering directly, Tara shifts the conversation to slogans, saying everything should be about what's best for the child.
Again, our conversation should center around what's best for the child, not which adult made the mistake.
But when the panel asks what family structure is actually best, the answer never comes.
If you're not a fan of the nuclear family, what is your alternative that you think is better?
I think people should do what's best for children.
What is that?
Welcome to the channel, everybody. We have another panel discussion with Fatty, Team Fatty. Without further ado, let's just jump right into it.
Who determines whether or not that child comes into this world? What percentage?
It would depend on the women, but it's based on the state that she lives in, is what I was saying.
Okay, are there any ways to circumvent that state or that particular law in the land?
I live in Atlanta.
I mean,
yes, right. So because there's a way to circumvent it. If a woman really doesn't want a child to be there, she can take a flight, she can drive, she can go horse and carriage.
No, they actually, I forgot, I think, is it Texas? It's a state you can't just do that.
No, you can do it with consequences.
Yeah, that you can't just do that.
But you can do it.
No. They're literally, I believe it to be Texas, I could be wrong. They're literally a state, if a woman gets pregnant in that state and she goes to another state, try to terminate her pregnancy and get caught, like DK just said, there will be consequences for that.
So there's one state.
It is a guarantee. It could be. It's not a guarantee.
Let's do this. Let's be actually gentle. Let's take that one state out of the way and concede that the woman on that state have no choice.
We'll just say most cases.
Now we have 49 other states. Let's go to 45, okay? Because these are gigantic majority. 45 states. Let's talk about the 45 states that don't like the Roe v. Wade thing is not. Let's go to them, right? Let's talk about majorities of majorities. Now we can have the conversation. Go ahead, Tara and Cheeky. Now that we established what we're talking about, majority instead of 2 or 3 states, like, go ahead and let's have a conversation.
We're talking about the majority, not fringe, right?
Yes.
No, look, I literally said it's on the woman, and then I gave an exception. Oh, I answered in the beginning.
Okay, so I'm just, again, you said we're skipping steps. I'm going step by step now. You can't get mad about that.
I'm telling Fatty already answered the question.
Okay, well, then cool. Now,
then it's always my fault. God damn it. Jesus Christ.
Now that we've gotten here, right? Even if we do simple math, right? Because you said 50-50, then 100%, right? Divide that by 2, because that's only 2 choices so far. That's 75% on you. The entire process the entire process of a child being made and being alive to see the world is 75% on you. We didn't include things like contraceptives. The fact that you have 21, I think men have 8 or 9,
not even 8,
not including the surgeries. Right. So if you have the most options to not have a child, you have the only option to bring a child into this world. And not only that, you're saying it's 50-50 on all accords. All the responsibility falls on you because you claim it. Not only that, but you've already said if a woman gives birth to a child, the man doesn't receive any equal amount of praise or accolades for contributing to that child. So you can't act like nothing is this big old thing now because it supports your argument. But when you have the baby, he ain't do nothing. He just nutted him. And on every step in every circumstance, the account or the onus is on you as a woman because you experience the most medical injuries that could happen, right? The possibility is there. It's higher for you and ain't for men. So if anybody cares about their body and their life, it should be the person who's going to have who's going to birth the child. That's mainly on you. All of these things lead up mathematically, morally, ethically, majority on the woman. I'm not saying men have no responsibility, but it's minuscule or minor or 25% considering the other things that come into account. So how do you deal with that? Do you agree that women have the majority of the responsibility when it comes to that?
Like I said, it depends what we're talking about, the pregnancy or sex. I think it's weird.
Generally, we're speaking generally.
I know, let me respond. Okay. I think the percentage thing is weird because then instead of like two adults having a conversation or communicating with each other, it's like, well, who's more at fault? And again, it all leads to children, right? And the problem with that is that the fact that in this case that we was talking about is extreme. He said he didn't want the child or whatever, but that's not always the case. There are times when the woman thinks the man wants to have the child with her, and then when the child comes, his behavior changes. So it's not just like, well, it's all on you, because again, our conversation should center around what's best for the child, not which adult made the mistake. Now the child is here for whatever the situation was. And it's like, it's not supposed to be punishment on a woman because she decided to have sex with a man. If that's the case, women should stop having sex with men. Like women should not have.
Oh, here we go.
No,
but that's perfect. But Tara, that's perfect. Hey, Tara, if that's the case, Tara, if that's the case though, Tara, then if I bust a nut in you, you have to cooperate with the man who busts a nut in you, right? You need to cooperate and submit to the man who busts a nut. That would make it fair. Can I finish? Ma'am, can I finish? No, ma'am. You said that the woman and we both need to take care of this child, correct?
Yeah, I agree with that.
You said we need to prioritize the child, so the mother needs to put the father first, and the mother and the father needs to put the mother first as well too, correct?
That's not the way I would frame it.
But you see how you won't concede to something?
Oh my
though?
goodness!
It's not that I'm not trying to concede. I'm trying to understand what you mean by that.
Isn't the ideal situation a two-parent household where the man is taking care of the household and the woman's cooperating with that man and she has a leader, right?
Okay, I think there might be the conflict. I'm not a fan of like the nuclear family.
And there it is. There it is. There it is. I knew something was off about her. The fact that she is not a fan of the nuclear family, even though we all know that is what works best for a family and for children. She is a modern woman who thinks that she does not need a man. Not only that, she thinks that the child does not need a man. And this is what we have to deal with. And this is what our young men are walking away from, because they're like, you cannot build a family with women that have this kind of mindset. She just said, I don't think that. Let me back it up a little bit. Let's keep it going.
I think there might be the conflict. I'm not a fan of like the nuclear family.
Oh my God.
Who should lead a household?
Oh, wait, whoa.
Oh, so hold on.
Exactly, Mr. Fantastic.
It don't matter.
Ali, abort mission. Ali, abort mission.
He took off his headphones.
Abort mission, Ali. Don't go there.
You got kids?
She says no comment. She said no comment.
No comment.
Got kids.
Okay.
Okay, chill.
So again, if you don't support the nuclear family as well, too, I don't see how you're saying we need to prioritize the kid. So you want the father. You don't have to listen to the father, but you want the father to take care of the kid.
It's a power thing.
It's very backwards. So the man doesn't benefit from any of it. Only the woman.
No, Ali. Ali, ask a question.
No, the nuclear family isn't the only family structure. In this case right now that we're talking about,
it's the best family structure.
Multi-generational. If we're talking about what's going on with Floyd Mayweather, that's a multi-generational setup.
So what is the perfect? What is the perfect situation you think for the child? What is the best situation for a child? Outside of having a mother and father.
It's not oversimplifying.
This is what I'm talking. She said it's over. See, and this is what I cannot stand about so many modern women, man. They try to, you oversimplifying it. In some aspects, yes, it is oversimplifying it. But if you give something to a woman, she is going to figure out a way to overcomplicate it. We know the best structure is to have the father as the head, the mother as his sidekick, and then the children are under that. That way everybody's protected, and the man is okay being out in front with his arms spread out in front of everybody, saying, I'm gonna block my family from taking the large hits from the world. That is the nuclear family, and that is how nations, families, lineage has been built. But ladies are trying to come through right now and destroy something that has been working for tens of thousands, probably even hundreds of thousands of years.
Definitely on that, that's fine. But what I'm saying is there's a lot of different ways it can look.
No, man. Tara, I'm gonna ask you again. Outside of the way based on God's creation or the universe's creation, based on our anatomy, what is better than a mother and father raising a child? What's better than that?
That the child's in an environment where they're getting support and their love, where they have
Ali, please just hear me out for a second. If that is the case, now you're putting the onus, now you're taking less onus or responsibility off of the man because he don't even have to be there because as long as there's a multi-generational home, you're okay. So if a man nuts in a woman, there is no reason for him to have any responsibility because you're diverting that away by saying it could be multi-generational, which means there's so many ways to take care of a child. And the father of the man don't have to be there. So now, why are we talking about it's equal? Now you just excluded all of that.
Let her answer that. Ali, let her answer that. And then you got it.
No, I disagree. Like I said, when I first came here, I agree with Ebony point. I was saying that I believe that the parents should be there to provide for the children and that it's okay for extended family to support. I always had that stance this whole time.
No. One second. That's not what Cheeky asked. Listen to what he asked.
Trying to move the goalposts, right? She's trying to move the goalposts.
If you're not a fan of the nuclear family, right? Does that mean that the dad has less responsibility? Because you kind of implying that he doesn't have to be there. Like, is that fair?
No, I think y'all misunderstand what multi-generational.
No, do you know what nuclear family means? I mean, not being facetious. All right, then. So if you're disagreeing with what the nuclear family is,
okay. So we talking about nuclear families now.
The nuclear family only means one thing.
Oh my God.
The nuclear family only equals one thing.
This is why. This is why men do not take women seriously. I keep saying it on this channel. Do you see how difficult and complicated this lady has just made this entire conversation? Do you see how complicated she has made this? The best way to raise a family is with the biological mother and father, with the father as the lead. And the mother understanding I need to follow his lead, and then she's going to raise the children to believe the exact same thing. That is the best way to raise it. This woman, this modern 2025 woman, is trying to make it seem like the best way is as long as the child has love and support. Let me tell you something. I had love and support growing up as a child. You know what would have made it a lot better? Having my real dad there. Having my real OG father there was the best way of doing it. That was the best way. And even as an adult, I still feel like pieces of me are missing because I did not grow up with my real father. And no, I had a stepfather and he did an amazing job, but I know that having my real father there would have made I'm not going to say would have made a different impact that I assume would be better because I come from my father. He knows me. So some of the things that I would do, he would be, let's not talk about me. Let's keep it going.
No. Go to Cheeky's point. No, go to Cheeky's point. First, we say the man is required, but now she's saying the man isn't required.
He's optional.
Now.
He's optional. Yes.
Which means, and this is, hold on, Rebecca. Yes, she did. Rebecca, this is that rhetoric. I don't need a man. Hold on. This is what women do. I don't need a man till I need a man.
Facts.
So we value the man's. Hold on, please, Tara, please. No, we value the man's contributions and support, but we don't actually value his actual manhood, the fact that he's a father, the fact what he implements into this kid based on who he is. So Cheeky's point is very phenomenal. You want the support of the man, financial support, but you don't want the man doesn't have to be there.
That's not what I was saying. With the nuclear family structure, you normally have like a hierarchy where the man is at the head, the wife, and then the children. What I'm saying is I don't believe in that dynamic. I'm not saying that he is not important. I don't think that hierarchy in the household is the best for the child.
Hey, fantastic. Fantastic. Hey, one second. Hey, fantastic is going to go uninterrupted. This is what this woman is saying, right? I will bypass the direct father of this kid to put the burden on the extended people that didn't put that kid on this planet.
That's not what I said.
But that is what you're saying. When you say things like that, you're saying it's okay if the father's not here because other people in my family are going to help raise this child. I'm going to put the responsibility on the other people in my family to help raise this child. And you're assuming that they will be okay with that. That your extended family will be okay with that.
Listen, respectfully, if you are saying extended family and you are putting that burden on the extended family and saying, I'm not a fan of the nuclear family, and I'm going to give Fantastic the floor. What is, and answer this question because I'll ask you, but do we move too fast? What will be the ideal, not perfect, ideal setup for Tara? If Tara was the empress of the planet and she would say, these kids are going to be raised by this structure, what will be the structure? 2 parents and a grandma, no parent, no dad, and a grandpa. Like, what will be the ideal structure for that kid to have the most optimal chances on this planet to actually thrive? What will be Tara structure?
So I just wanted to clarify, it's not terror structure based on empirical evidence, right? And the children do best environments where the adults that are around their child are doing what's best for their child, supporting them. What I'm saying is when you have a hierarchy and you said the man is the head and then the man is not there, now you have all these problems. If you have a family that appreciates the fact that their children are a part of the family and you support that, then it isn't just about the father. That's the problem. The core foundation of the nuclear family end up focusing too much on the father, not enough
because he's
on
the
child.
biggest piece.
You already said
the reason why we focus so heavily on the father, because we see right now what happens when families do not have fathers. The father is the biggest piece in order to have a structurally sound family. In order to have a strong foundation, you need a strong man. That's why they put so much emphasis on the man. If you have a strong mother, but the father's weak, the family's going to crumble. But if you have a weak mother, but a strong father, the family will still do fine. What she's saying doesn't make any, she's going off of this, men and women are the same. Let's keep it going.
1 second, Fantastic. She didn't answer. You are telling what you don't like. I don't like dark chocolate. I don't like you didn't say what you like. So instead of saying what you, hey, please, 1 second. Instead of saying that you don't like the man at the heel and you don't like this and you don't like that, I'm going to ask it again in a way that you can explain to me, if you were the queen of the planet, what will be the structure where these kids will be raised? How many parents are at home, the mom or the dad? What is, if you're not a fan of the nuclear family, what is your alternative that you think is better?
I think people should do what's best for children.
Oh my gosh.
Man, you can't keep
that? What is
Ice
that?
cream for breakfast and eat pizza every day.
Oh my God!
Hey, hold on. In fact, y'all don't go too fast, please. I want to stick right where Cheeky was. No, go where Cheeky was.
No, Ali. Let her. Please, Hey, Ali, please, Ali. What is best for the kids? Every time you answer with the question and with the vague thing, we're going to do that. Yeah. What is best for the kids? Since let's go detail oriented, right? And by the way, Ebony, you have to refresh, please. What is the best for the kids, Tara? 2 parents, 2 moms, 2 dads, 1 dad, 1 mom and a grandpa, 1 dad and the grandma. What is the best? What is the best for the kids?
The way you're saying it is it's not about the adult. What I'm saying is a household where you're not saying we have these layers. And if it's supposed to be the best for children, the children should be the center of the family, is what I'm saying.
Okay, we got that. We got that.
Triangle, and I'm explaining a circle.
No. We got that. The kids are the center, and everybody should do what's best for the kids. I will change the question just a second, so we can actually change it, right? Who has the best results? Kids that are raised with the dad and the mom, and kids that are raised, for example, with a mom, because that's the default.
You're missing my whole point. Let me.
Oh
be
my
fair.
God.
Hold up. Let's be fair.
Hey, Fantastic, you got it.
Can we be fair? In a nuclear family, who is the head of the nuclear family?
It has nothing to do with the head.
The nuclear family just means you have 2 parents on the same household. That's all.
A nuclear family has nothing to do with hierarchy. A nuclear family has nothing to do with hierarchy. It's structure.
Can we make a point?
Mother, father, child. That's all a nuclear family is. Stop. Can we destroy this kid first thing?
Are y'all listening? Hold on real quick, please. The fact that we keep putting kids first is why we having kids out of wedlock, and we could just have a kid and say we put them first. This is becoming the dumbest thing to say now in our society, say to put the kid first. We need to put the man first, then the woman, then the child, like it's always been. And that's the problem. Because, ma'am, hold on, ma'am. because we put the kid first, and we going backwards and have sex, and then have the kid, and then want the man to get married, and then you supposed to be a wife but not a wife. And I'm not talking you, Tara, directly. Is why we're so dysfunctional, because the kid, we prioritize the kid. Then the kid has identity issues because whether they're a girl or a boy, they don't know how to be a proper man or a proper woman. They don't know what they're supposed to do because we keep putting them first, like as if they're the adults. Our entire lives are running around pretending to put them first when we don't make sure they got a daddy in their life, and we don't make sure they got a good mother in their life as well too, because all of us dysfunctional. So can't we put each other first, and then the kids comes next, like it's always been? Stop saying the kid comes first.
You being honest, because y'all said it was no hierarchy, and you just said
it's not.
And this is why. 1 second, please. And this is why because Ali changes because Ali gives his opinion. No, Ali gave his opinion.
That's
right?
his opinion.
A matter of fact is that the nuclear family doesn't have no hierarchy. What it means is a family that has daddy and mom. When the kid gets off from school, daddy is cooking or cleaning or doing some business, and father is cooking and like there's two people there. I don't care who wins, who's the bad with the worst. Like yes, there's a nuclear family. You are against that, Tara? Against the kid comes home and has a daddy and a mom that are going to help him with homework and do all these things, no matter what the role is. Are you against that?
Here's the problem. In the case that we're talking about with what's these people named? Floyd Mayweather and Yaya, right? The father is not present. So if the father is not present, what does that mean for the mother and the child?
That she has to compensate.
Nothing. No, it means absolutely nothing.
Yes. Hey, Tara. No, perfect. And fantastic. Hey, what's Tara? No, Tara. You are Tara. You are the queen of the United States.
Man, she did it again.
Hey, Tara, you are the queen of the United States. Would you demand, would it better for that kid to have NBA young boy taking care? Would you say, hey, go live with that woman and both of y'all raise those kids? Would you be okay with that?
No. When I
wait, no what? So you wouldn't tell the father of the kids to say, hey, it's the best for this child that y'all be on the same household, so go back to home so y'all can take care of the kid. You wouldn't say that?
And it depends on when you say NBA young boy, right?
Oh my God.
Can I?
That's the father of the child.
That's the father.
Hey, let me say, can I comment?
Everybody want to argue, nobody want to let me finish.
No. It's ugly and fantastic. I can go into it. That's the father. Let's take the names out of it. That's the father of the kid. Would you recommend the father of the kid to go back home so we could take care of that? Which
home is he going to go to?
Oh my God, it's irrelevant.
He has a bunch of kids.
You say, please. Let's go with the nuclear family, right? Let's go with Ali, mother. Ali has kids by the same woman. If Ali wasn't present, would you say that Ali being present, being in the same house with his woman and his kids, is the best outcome for said kids? Would you say? What?
Oh, she dropped?
Oh my God.
This is bad. This is very, very bad.
The fact that she just completely abandoned ship lets you know that she knew that what she was saying was stupid. This is the thing that happens with a lot of people, right? They dig themselves into a hole, and then instead of just saying, you know what, I was wrong. You know what, you guys, you're right. I was wrong. Maybe I was thinking about something different. I understand. I can hear everybody's argument. I changed my stance on this topic. I apologize. Or not even apologize, but you know what, you guys convinced me. I changed my mind. It would have just been the end, but they can't do it. They just cannot say, I'm wrong. It's a sickness. It's a sickness. Guys, that's it for today's video. If you haven't already done so, hit that like button. Hit this video right here on your top left, or this one up right here on your top right for some more content, and I will see you on another one.